For decades, we've known this one unspoken rule of shonen anime. No matter how bleak things get, the power of friendship and the hero's unbreakable spirit will save the day. It's the genre's biggest and most reliable comfort blanket. This isn't a story about friendship winning. It's a story about when it fails spectacularly. Today, we're focusing on how JJK's ruthless focus on death and despair, especially during the Shibuya Incident, created one of the darkest and most gripping shonen hits of all time. Section 1. The Shonen Promise. Before we get into the darkness, let's talk about the light. Shonen, for all its wild battles and intricate power system, it's built on a bedrock of pure optimism. Just look at the big three: Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. These are worlds where death is often a temporary inconvenience. Villains can be talked into changing their ways, and the bonds between friends are the ultimate power-ups. When Naruto is in trouble, his friends show up. When Ichigo stumbles, his allies are often there to catch him. When Luffy shouts his dream to the heavens, his crew is right behind him, ready to challenge the world. That's what we call the Shonen Promise. It's a guarantee that with enough grit, loyalty, and heart, you can overcome anything. It is a powerful fantasy that has defined a generation of storytelling. We've all been taught to expect the hero to pull through, for their sheer will to bend reality, and for their friends to be their greatest weapon. The hero might get beaten down, but they never truly lose hope because the story itself ensures they will win in the end. This formula isn't a bug, it is a core feature. It's inspiring, it's comforting, and it gives some of the most iconic stories ever. But what happens when a story shows up that doesn't just question this promise, but systematically tears it apart? Section 2. The Subversion. A world cursed from the start. From the very first episode, JJK lets you know it's not playing by the same rules. This world isn't bright and hopeful. It is a grim, morally gray reality where the line between hero and monster are dangerously thin. The villains, the curses, are literally born from humanity's negative emotions. That means evil isn't just some external enemy you can defeat. It's a part of being human. The fight can never ever truly be won. And our hero, Yuji Itadori, is not just some chosen one. He stumbles into this world by swallowing a cursed finger in a desperate, last-ditch effort to save a friend. This one act doesn't kickstart a glorious destiny. It puts a target on his back and signs his death warrant, an execution just waiting to happen. His motivation isn't a grand dream like becoming the Pirate King. It's a painfully simple wish to give people a proper death and not to die alone. He isn't fighting for glory, he's fighting because he has to. Unlike the series that came before it, Jujutsu Kaisen treats immense power not as a gift but as a literal curse. Gojo Satoru, the strongest sorcerer alive, isn't just a cool, overpowered teacher. His strength is a cage, isolating him completely, that people see him less as a person and more as a walking nuclear deterrent. This story rejects shonen optimism from the jump, throwing us into a world where death is real, it hurts, and the good guys don't always win. R.I.P. Nanami, oh my god. Section 3. Planting the seed of despair. Long before the hellscape of Shibuya, the series was already showing us how dark it was willing to get. The first gut punch comes with Junpei Yoshino. Yuji befriends him, offering him the exact kind of connection and understanding he's starving for. In normal shonen, this is where friendship saves the day. They even had him in the opening sequence. Yuji's kindness would have broken through the villain's influence. I remember watching this part and be like, damn, this is just, I will not get attached to anybody or anything. Yeah, Yuji's kindness would have broken through the villain's influence. JJK says, fuck that shit. Let me show you something. The cursed Mahito brutally murders Junpei right in front of Yuji, twisting him into a monster before his eyes. Oh my god, I hated that scene. You just believe that he can save everyone is shattered before his eyes in the most traumatic way possible. It is a statement from the author Gege. In this world, good intentions aren't nearly enough. Friendship won't save you. Oh my god. The event leaves a permanent scar, making Yuji question everything he thought he was fighting for. Even Yuji's own death early on isn't a heroic sacrifice. His revival comes from a selfish deal with Sukuna. My man. I love him. His revival comes from Sukuna, the king of curses that lives inside him. A temporary fix with a terrifying unknown price tag. Every one of these moments is a lesson, teaching both Yuji and the audience that the comforting rules of shonen are out the window. And it's all just a warm-up for the utter devastation of the Shibuya Incident. Section 4. The Shibuya Incident. Tearing down the hero. The Shibuya Incident is where Jujutsu Kaisen's Subversion reaches a horrifying peak. It is a masterpiece of tragedy, a multi-chapter demolition of the shonen hero. It starts with one simple, terrifying move. The villains successfully seal Gojo. From the anime's perspective, Gojo isn't just a strong character. He is the story's safety net. He is the guarantee that no matter how bad things get, he can fix it. By taking him off the board, the story yanks away our security blanket. Suddenly, the threat is real. Our heroes are completely on their own. With Gojo gone, the full weight of the catastrophe lands on Yuji Itadori, and that's where the real horror begins. In a moment of chaos, Yuji is force-fed a heap of Sukuna's fingers, and the king of curses takes control of his body. What follows is not a cool power-up, it's a massacre. Sukuna unleashes his domain expansion and the 40-meter radius of Shibuya, slaughtering thousands of civilians in an instant. But he only does the domain expansion because Megumi decided to—
Oh, you think I'm losing? No, bitch, we losing. This how we gonna do this. Roses are red, weapons against me won't prosper. With this sacred treasure I summon, Big Raga, the op stopper.
Yuji is a prisoner in his own body, forced to watch as his hands commit an unimaginable atrocity. It is the ultimate violation of a hero's agency. He doesn't just fail to save the day, he becomes a weapon of tragedy. When Yuji finally gets control back, he completely breaks down, scraping his hands on the pavement, drowning in guilt for the disaster he was forced to cause. But the nightmare isn't over. Mahito, fuck you Mahito, a villain who feeds on suffering, decides to break Yuji completely. He hands down one of Yuji's mentors, Kento Nanami. Already beaten and near to death, Nanami sees a brief version of a peaceful life he gave up before turning to Yuji and uttering,
"You take it from here."
Then Mahito brutally executes him right in front of his student. It is a cruel, calculated act designed for maximum psychological torture. Just moments later, Mahito does the same thing to Nobara, Yuji's closest friend, striking her down before his eyes. In the span of a few hours, Yuji has witnessed his mentor's execution, his friend's alleged death, and has been used as a vessel for mass murder. The shonen rulebook hasn't just been broken, it has been shredded and burned. It's been thrown out the window, like, we're not using this thing anymore. The aftermath, a world without hope. By the time dust settles in Shibuya, the world of Jujutsu Kaisen is broken beyond repair. Thousands are dead, Tokyo is a disaster zone, and the existence of curses are now public knowledge, plunging Japan into chaos. The villain Kinjuku's plan was a success, kicking off the deadly culling game. There's no going back to the way things were. There is no scene of survivors sharing a quiet laugh and vowing to get stronger. They're scattered, hunted, and deeply traumatized. Yuji Itadori's a hollowed-out version of his former self. The bright, cheerful kid from the start is gone, replaced by a grim, haunted young man who sees himself as nothing but a cog in the system, a tool for killing curses. He is no longer fighting to give others a proper death. He is fighting because if he stops, he is just a mass murderer. His suffering didn't make him stronger in the classic, triumphant shonen way. It carved him out. forcing him to abandon his own humanity just to keep moving forward. This is the true cost of breaking the genre's biggest rule. The hope that fueled the classic shonen is gone, replaced by a bleak reality. Just surviving might cost you your soul. It's the kind of deep, unflinching storytelling that makes JJK a modern classic. Jujutsu Kaisen didn't just break the rules of shonen. It proved a story can become a phenomenon from shattering them. If you like getting into the nitty-gritty of what makes an anime tick, make sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns that go beyond the surface. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one. I will see you later, my weebs. Bye!